Mind you, at this time, my boss in handcuffs, he got blood everywhere, y'all. I don't know if it was his blood, if it was the guy blood. Like, it was just so much blood. Like, it was just so much blood. And I'm thinking, like, oh my God, like, what did he do? Because I seen him take his thing before, before he went in the house. And I'm like,
hey boo, so today's video proves that no good deed goes unpunished, y'all. You can't even do nothing nice for a person without it coming back to haunt you, okay? Now let's get into it.
why do stuff always happen to me? Okay, please help me out, please, because I really don't know what to do. I don't know if I should mind my business, or I don't know if I should tell a guy. I really don't know what to do. I feel like I'm in the middle of him and his wife. Okay, so the guy that I deliver construction materials for, I've been delivering for him almost 2 years, and he asked me, I just delivered some stuff to him, so he asked me to go to his house, check on his wife. They just had a baby. Well, she just had a baby 4 months ago, and she going through postpartum depression really bad. And he trying to check the cameras to check on her and then check on the kids, but the cameras are off, and his wife's phone going straight to voicemail. So, he asked me to drop this stuff off to his wife, check on his wife and the kids. He gave me the passcode to get into his house. I guess he trusts me or whatever, but he gave me the passcode to get into his house. So I'm just, riding there. It's like a 20-minute ride. He gave me a nice amount of money. So I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine. So I get there and I see his wife's car in the because the garage is open. I see his wife's car in the garage, and I see another car there. I ain't think nothing of it. That's not my business. I don't know who car that was. She could have been there with a friend. So I goes through the garage. I goes up the steps, and I'm just looking around. I hear the kids in the room screaming. So I goes in the room to the kids, and I let the kids out. And I'm like, "Where's your mom at? Where's your mom at?" So I'm just looking around. So the mom in the room with the door lock. So the little boy said, I know how to open it. So he stuck the thing in there and he opened the door. And I just heard the mom saying, wait a minute, hold on, kids, wait a minute. Why the little boy opened the door and the mom in the room having sex with somebody? The mom is in the room having sex with somebody. The little boy was like, who's that, mommy? Who's that, mommy? Who's that, mommy? So I'm, telling the kids, get out the room, get out the room, get out the room. So I'm just like thinking to myself, like, this man is at work. You ain't got to work. You staying home and you just having in the room having to somebody else while the kids in the room. I didn't say that to her. I said that to myself. Like, I'm just thinking to myself. And I'm just like, oh my God. She was like, what are you doing? How did you get in my house? Did you break into my house? I said, no, your husband gave me your passcode and told me to come check on you because the cameras are off and you're not answering your phone. Now I see why that you're not answering your phone. She was like, oh my God, you're not going to tell my husband, are you? You're not going to tell my husband, are you? And I'm like, that's not my business. That's between y'all two. That's between y'all two. She was like, well, how much money you want? How much money you want to keep quiet? I said, ma'am, I don't want your money. That's between you and your husband. I ain't got nothing to do with that. So, I took the kids back in the room. I left the stuff that the guy gave me to give his wife. I just left it in the living room. And I got back in the car and the guy keep calling me. I guess he's trying to see, was everything all right with his wife? And I'm not answering the phone. I'm scared to answer the phone. I don't know if I should just tell him what his wife was doing or should I stay out of it? I feel like he put me in the middle of their business, but I feel like that's not my place to tell him that his wife's sleeping with somebody else. But I don't owe loyalty to his wife. I mean, that's like, he paid me really good to deliver for him. And I feel like he sent me there to do a job. Like, should I just tell him his wife cheating on him or should I stay out of it? Like, one side telling me, mind your business. That's not your business. That's between husband and wife. And the crazy person in me, like, tell him, tell the wife, tell the husband what happened. He sent you over there to check on her. Just tell him what you saw. And I'm just like, and now I got to go back and take him the stuff that I picked up. And I know he's going to ask me, and I don't know what to tell him. I don't know. Should I lie? What if the wife, she don't want to tell him, or then she do want to tell him, and he asked me why you didn't tell him, and then he fired me, or, I don't know. I feel like if I don't be honest, I feel like it's going to eat me up inside. But I feel like it's not my business. Like, do I tell him, so we can stay cool and I can stay working for him? Or do I not tell him and they come out and then he feel like he can't trust me and he fire me? Well, he can't fire me, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Mind your business. Tell. Mind your business, tell. I don't know. But I had to make a stop. I'm about to go back to him. And I don't know. Y'all think I should tell him or what? Should I mind my business or should I tell him? Help me out. Hurry up. Leave a comment.
This is the pure definition of being stuck in between a rock and a hard place. Because, y'all, what should she do? Like she say, the wife could decide to be honest one day, and then he gonna be like, well, why homegirl ain't tell me? And it may make her look bad. It could go all kind of ways. What should she do, y'all? What would you do, boo?
All right, so I'm back with an update from yesterday. Mind y'all, it was a big altercation. Cops was called. It was blood. Me and the wife got into a little fight. She tried to fight me knowing I was pregnant. I ended up in the hospital. I thought I was having contractions, but I wasn't. I was having what's they called, Braxton heads. I was dehydrated, so I had to get some IVs and stuff, and I had to be monitored overnight because the baby heart rate was a little up.
You pregnant during all this time? She pregnant? And Girl, you done skipped a whole lot. How are we already at the fact that there was blood and this, y'all fighting and this, that, and the other? You got to give me details. Hold on. Back it up a bit. What? How we this far ahead already?
Yesterday I left off where I made that video, and after I made that video, I sat in the car for like 15 minutes just contemplating, like, dang, do I want to say anything? Do I want to mess up this man's marriage? Which it wouldn't be me messing up, it would have been a wife. So I just sat there contemplating. I'm like, at the end of the day, this is a marriage. That man is married. Do I say anything, or I just keep my mouth shut? So I had to go back anyway, because I had picked up the order on the way, and I had to take it back to him anyway. So I got to his office. I got to the job site, and I was looking around for him. I didn't see him. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe this is my cue not to tell him and just mind my business, excuse me, y'all, and go about my business. So I put the stuff in his office, and I started power walking. I was trying to get out of there. I really didn't want to tell him. So I started power walking, and the way his office set up, it's when you come out, it's like a wall. Like, I can see him coming, but he can't see me. So I'm just power walking, trying to get out of there. And then I heard him call me, and I just kept walking like I didn't hear him. And then he screamed a little bit louder, and he was like, hey, I've been calling your phone. You ain't been answering. Is everything all right? I said, my phone fell on the side and went under my seat, so I couldn't answer the phone. I had to wait till I get here to push my seat back so I can get the seat.
That was thinking quicker on her feet. Okay, that was a good lie, girl. I would believe that. It's happened to me plenty of times.
So I can get my phone. And he was like, oh, okay, how's everything at the house? Was everybody okay? Was the wife okay? Was the kids okay? I said, yeah, everybody was okay. And he was like, why you say it like that? I said, I'm just sitting there trying to come up with something not to tell him, but you can just see the look on my face that everything wasn't okay. He's like, did you get a hold of my wife? Did you tell her to turn the cameras back on? I said, I kind of forgot about the cameras when I got there, because I saw something that I shouldn't have saw. And I don't know, I was just sitting in the car debating if I want to tell you or not. He's like, well, what did you see? Is everybody okay? I said, yeah, everybody okay. He's like, okay, let's just come in my office. Let's just sit down and talk about it. So we goes in his office. He was like, just tell me. He's like, I'm a man. I can take it. I'm a man. I was like, okay, I'm going to give you two options. Option one, I can tell you that everybody was okay. Everybody was good, which they were. Or option two, I can tell you something that I saw that I probably shouldn't see, and it probably will, put a damper or something on your marriage, and I don't want to be a part of that. So you can choose option one, or you can choose option two. He's like, oh, so you just gonna give me options? You're not just gonna tell me what you saw, what happened? I said, because this is a hard decision for me to come here and tell you something that I shouldn't have never seen in the first place. He was like, okay, I understand. Now hold on. So he went out the room. He came back in. He started counting money. He put $500 right here. Started counting money again. He put $1,000 right there. He's like, this is $1,500. You could take the $500 and you can tell me that everything was okay, or you could take the $1,500 and you can tell me what you really saw that you don't want to tell me. And I'm thinking, like, is this man trying to, bribe me? Is he trying to make me a detective or a spy? At the end of the day, it's money, and I'm gonna take it.
That was a strange way of getting answers out of her, though. I mean, sure, I'd take it too. Okay, I would have took it for $300. But that was a strange way of getting answers.
Honey, that's free money. So, and mind you, my boss is very generous. He always just giving out money like it ain't nothing. So I'm like, I said, okay, before I tell you this, I don't want no parts. I'm gonna tell you what I saw. Whatever happens between you and your wife, I don't want you to look at me different. I don't want you to blame me. I don't want to be a part of anything. I don't want your wife calling my phone. So I told him the story. I told him what happened. The same thing that I told y'all in the video yesterday. And he was like, and I told him, I said, I pulled up and it was a white Navigator truck in your driveway. And as soon as I said, they started banging on the table really bad, start cussing, like, God damn it, I knew it. I'm just like, whoa. So when that happened, I'm like, okay, so this man he already knew that his wife was doing something. He just paid me to go be a spy or confirm that what he already knew.
When them cameras was off, homeboy knew what he was sending her over there for. He was basically playing his worker, acting like he wanted her to pick up some tools or whatnot. No, he sent her over there to be a spy. He knew exactly what he was doing. And now it makes sense and why this is the way he getting his answers out of her. Because he knew she was finna come back with something regardless. This is crazy. He knew his wife was up to something the whole time.
So I'm just sitting there like, yo, he really paid me to go be a spy and get some information on his wife. So He just sitting there cussing. He got up out of his seat. He threw the stuff off the shelf. He's screaming. He knocking stuff over. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go. I'm going to go because you scaring me. Like, this too much for me. I'm just going to go because you scaring me. And he was like, no, 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 no. You want to sit your ass down? You want to tell me what happened? I'm like, oh, ho, 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 ho. Who you talking to? He was like, no. He's like, I'm sorry. Don't take it any type of way. I'm just upset. It's not towards you. I'm just pissed off right now. So I'm like, okay, I understand that. And he was like, I'm gonna show you a picture and you tell me if this is what the truck looked like. So he goes on his phone and he shows me a picture of the truck. And I'm like, yeah. He was like, that's fucking Eric. That's fucking Eric. I knew it. That's fucking Eric. And mind you, I know Eric, but the only Eric I knew is the guy that works for him. And sometimes we deliver together. I met Eric a few times. And I'm just thinking like, okay, that's Eric Hare. That could be Eric, but I'm not sure I didn't see the face. So that could, I'm thinking to myself, okay, that could be Eric. So I'm like, the Eric that work here. He was like, yeah, that Eric. I said, okay, did you think before that your wife and Eric was messing around? He said he had a suspicious feeling because one of his neighbors, one of the guys told him, one day he called him, he told him he seen a white Navigator parked in his driveway. And I'm like, well, I don't know. I didn't see his face. So he's talking about, come on, get up. We got to go to the house. I said, why I got to go? Why you can't go? Why I got to go? I'm about to go do another delivery. He's like, just come on, I'll pay you for your delivery. And I'm like, okay, but I'll just follow you because I don't like being on highways and stuff. Like, I would take the long route before I get on the highway. So he was like, just get in my car, let's go. So we in the car. He got a Ferrari. Them joints is fast. So we in the car, and he just took off. He started doing like 50, 60, 70. I'm like, whoa, I'm pregnant. You got to slow down. You got to let me drive. So we switched. I get in the passenger side, but the driver's side. Mind you, I don't drive fast cars. I got a big, long, old truck that I work in. I usually drive. That's not my main truck, but that's what I usually drive because I work a lot. So I tapped on the pedal, and that motherfucker took off. It went zoom. I'm like, okay, no, I can't drive this. It's just too fast for me. But you going to drive and you going to slow down, okay? Just slow down. So he was in the car. He just had beating on the steering wheel. He was cussing. He was calling his wife all types of names, saying he knew it. Wait till he get a hold of Eric. Eric is fired. Like, he was just going off. So we pulled up to the house. He trying to get out the car before he even put the car in park. So he got like one leg out of the car and dragging the other leg. And I'm like, turn the car off. Put the car in park.
I know that Eric and the woman better be done with whatever. Eric better be gone out his house by now with being caught. Okay, they just got caught. So if this fool's still in this man's house, lingering around, it's about to be a crime scene.
Car in park. So he put the car in park. He gets out. He was like, stay here, just stay right here. When he said that, y'all, he took his thing off his hip, and I'm just like, oh my god, I'm in the car just like, oh my god, please don't let this guy go crazy. Like, the kids are in the house, please don't let that happen. But I'm thinking like, I just caught you in bed with another man. Why you still got that man at your house? Why when you tell that man to leave, why you still got that man at your house? You didn't think your husband was going to come? So he goes in the house. I'm hearing a loud scream. Like 5 minutes later, he come out with the kids. He was like, here. He threw me $100. Like, here, just take the kids down the street, take them somewhere and get them something to eat, and I'll text you when they come back. I'm like,
why the hell is Eric still in this man's house? It's the balls and the audacity for me. You got some big old kahunas, Eric, okay? And the wife, you just a dumb broad. Because what are you thinking?
Wait a minute, what are you going to do? Mind you, the guy's saying, I'm like, what are you going to do? You got to think about your kids. Like, you can't do that crazy. You got to think about your kids. Just think about your kids. He's like, was she thinking about the kids when she was hanging out with the man? I said, think about your kids. Just think about your kids. And he was like, just go. I didn't like how he was talking to me, but I understand he was mad. I said, okay, well, can I drive the other truck? I can't drive this Ferrari too fast. So we get in his other truck, and me and the kids take off, and I take him to go get something to eat. I want to say like 35 minutes went past. He calls me to come back to bring the kids back. So I get to the house. When we pulls up, it's like 5, 6, 7 cop cars all surrounding his house. He's in handcuffs. He got blood all over his shirt. And I'm just like, oh my God, I can't let the kids see this. So I took the kids 3 doors down because I deliver for that guy too. So I took the kids 3 doors down, and I knocked on the door and asked him, can he watch the kids? So they watch the kids, and I'm running up to the house. I'm like, what happened? What did you do? What happened? What did you do? And the cops was like telling me, back up. This is a crime scene. Back up. I said, a crime scene? What you mean a crime scene? He was like, if you don't live here, you need to go. You don't live here, you need to go. Hey y'all, this is not even an update from the last video I posted. So I took my son to the dentist's office this morning. So I'm sitting there and waiting for him to come out the back. I see the guy that I dropped the kids off to yesterday. He calling me. I didn't answer. I'm thinking like, what is he calling me for? What do he want? So he called me again. The second time I didn't answer. He called me again for the third time. I ain't answering. I'm like, all right, okay, let me answer, because why he keep calling me? Something must be wrong. So I'm on the phone with him. Long story short, he asking me, can I come get the kids? I said, come get the kids. Did you take the kids to their mom? He said the mom got locked up yesterday. Now, I know yesterday they took the dad. I know the dad locked up. He ain't called me yet from jail or whatever they took him. I know the mom tried. I'm going to tell y'all the other part of the story, but real quick. I know the mom was fighting me. She got locked up. They put her in the back. They tried to retain her. And she went off on a cop. She tried to fight the cop. So the cop tased her and they put her in the back of the truck. I'm thinking they going to let her go. But I had to leave before everything was over because I had to go get my kids. So they said nobody's home. They took the mom yesterday. Can I come get the kids? I said, no. They got like a grandmom or somebody number they can call. She was like, no, they don't.
Okay, so she never went back to get them kids because all of that ruckus, she had her own kids to go deal with. So she never went back to get those kids. I guess she just assumed that the mother would go get the kids from the neighbor, or the neighbor would bring the kids over to the mother, which they both ended up getting taken. So the neighbor ended up just having the kids this whole damn time. Shoot, me being the neighbor, I wouldn't be just now calling her. I would have been asking what the heck going on. What's supposed to be happening with these kids? But shoot.
They don't have nobody number they can call, and they can't call the dad or they can't call the mom because the mom not home. They went over there and they knocked on the door several times, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like, and he begging me to come get the kids. I'm like, all right, so I went and got the kids. Mind you, they got 3 kids and they got a little baby. Y'all, this baby won't stop crying. I'm tired. I want to go to sleep. This baby just won't stop crying. Like, so I got the 3 kids here with me. I'm making them some chicken nuggets and fries. That's what they wanted, so that's what I'm making them, some chicken nuggets and fries. The baby upstairs finally sleep. I'm trying to go to sleep too. They upstairs in my son's room. My son keeps texting me saying, "Come get these kids out of his room." He just keeps saying, he just texts me like 10 times, "Get these kids out of my room. Get these kids out of my room." I texted back. I said, "All right, baby." After my son don't like nobody in his room. He don't like me in his room. He don't like his brother in his room. He like his peace. You got like 5 minutes to be in his room, then you got to go. So I'm like, "All right, baby. When dinner done, I'll feed them, and they can come in the room with me." Remind you, my house is not equipped for children. Like, I got all type of stuff in here that's not made for kids to be around. So this baby, I don't know what's wrong with their baby. I don't know if it went to mom. I don't know if it's hungry. Like, the baby is on formula. The baby is a couple months old. So I had to, mind you, I got the key to his house. So I had to go to the house, see what kind of milk. Hold on, y'all. I think the food burned. Hold on.
This baby is on formula. What is this lady supposed to do? She is a saint, okay? I ain't gonna lie, I probably would have did the same thing because I be taking their kids all the time. Sometimes the kids, they can't get into their home, so I'll make them come to my house until their parents get home after school, this, that, and the other. I've done that plenty of times with kids around my neighborhood. And I feed them and I do all that. But not for no days. No. There was one time, these 2 little girls' grandma didn't come home until the next day. Them kids spent the night at my house. And I wasn't okay with that. I wasn't okay with that at all. So, use a saint, homegirl. Use a saint.
Okay, so I had to go to the house, and apparently I didn't see no formula. I just seen like packs of frozen milk in the freezer, so I'm assuming that the mom breastfeed. Now I took some of the milk out of the freezer. I took some bottles. I got some wipes. I got them some clothes, and I'm taking these kids in my house, and I'm just thinking like, how the fuck do I make a bottle? Like, my kids, they're not babies. I haven't made a bottle in so long, and I never use breast milk. I'm like, do I thaw it? Do I set it in hot water? Like, what do I do? So I gotta Google that. I gotta call my cousin because she breastfeeds. I gotta see how long do you warm the milk up. It's just too much, and I'm like, somebody got to call me, the mom, the dad. They gotta let somebody else out. Like, I can't deal with these kids. I'm not saying this to be smart, y'all, but I'm pregnant, I'm tired, and when I don't get sleep, I'm cranky. Like, right now, I'm cranky, I'm tired. The baby was crying for like 2 hours. The kids won't sit still. I don't know if they got ADHD or something. They just won't calm down. They won't sit still. They jumping all around. And hopefully when they eat this food, they go to sleep because I'm tired. Look at me. Look, I'm tired. I need to go to sleep. I don't know how much longer I can stay up. Hopefully this baby stay to sleep for a couple hours, but I'll try to update y'all on the rest of the situation either later or tomorrow. But I got to deal with these kids, and I don't know. And no, my boss didn't see TikTok. He don't have a TikTok. I don't know why. He one of them old school people. He don't have a TikTok or social media. I don't know why. He got a business. He got the guy that work with him. He run like all the what is this shit, social media. So I don't think he's seen it. But if he did, I didn't post his picture. I didn't say his name. I don't think he gonna have a problem with it. It's cool. I didn't post nothing.
This situation traumatized her. She is allowed to speak on it as long as, like she says, she's not giving out his name or his government, none of that. Okay, she ain't exposing nobody. She is telling her experience in a story.
But I got his kids here, and I'm just sitting here thinking like, what did I get myself into? Like what? Like I'm not equipped for kids. Like my kids do their own thing. Like this is just, I don't know. I just want to go to sleep, but I think one of them coming down now.
This woman is tired. Okay, I'm tired for her. I am exhausted for her. She done been through a lot within the last couple of days. She is pregnant herself, and don't tell her how many kids of her own that she got. And like she said, they older, so they do for themselves. She don't really have to do too much for her own children. But now she got all these other babies in the house. All 3 of them probably under the age of, I'm gonna say 8. Okay? And then you got a baby? Nope, nope, no. I'll do it if I have to because I'm just that sweet of a person when I want to be. But I would not be happy about it at all. I wouldn't, okay? This woman looks exhausted. She is tired. So in her next video, she goes into better detail of part 2, the day the incident actually occurred. Because she do be skipping along pretty fast, y'all. And I need to know what went down the actual day of, sis.
Yes, I still got them kids. Well, I don't have them now, but the neighbor agreed to watch them while I go to work. He's not the only guy that I work for. I deliver for other people, so I gotta live up to my contract. But I'm at Walmart, y'all. Them kids are wild. When I say wild, them kids are animals. They don't sit still. The baby don't stop crying. The baby just cries and cries and cries. The kids don't sit still. I don't know if they're on medicine or something wrong with them, or that's just how kids in general is. I don't know. I haven't had kids in so long. Like, them kids don't sit still. And I don't know if they like that with their mom. I don't know. That's why she locked them in a room and probably needed a break. But God damn.
Well, let me make this clear. I could be wrong, but whatever this woman dealt with those kids, children are 10 times that with their parents, specifically their mother, okay? They're more whiny around their parents. They cry, they act out more because they know that they can get away with it. So whatever she's dealing with, the mama is dealing with times 10. That's just my personal experience because I know my kids, they act extra babyish when they know mommy's around. But when I'm not around, oh, they thugging it. They thugging it. And I'll be peeping at like, oh, okay. So you only act like this when you with me. Yeah. Shit, girl. More power to you, sister.
I just want my life back. Them kids are wild. My sons, they lock their rooms. They don't want the kids in there no more. They lock the rooms. The kids can't go in there. They in a room with me. They jumping over the bed, on the bed. They doing backflips. They running up and down the steps. The baby crying. And I'm just sitting there like, if their mom go through this every day, I can just imagine her pain and heartache. I mean, that's their mom. They might act in a different way. But with me, like, it's too much. It's too much. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm about to have a baby. And I'm used to sleeping. Like, I love my sleep. I don't like being woke up out of my sleep. Like, I'm slobbering. Like, I love my sleep. And the baby don't sleep. They all on different schedules. Anyway, y'all, I keep slobbering. I'm sorry, but I don't know if it's a pregnancy or what, but where did I leave off in the other video? Sorry, y'all, I got pregnancy brain. Let me think. Where did I leave off in the other video? Shit. So, he called me. He texted me to bring the kids back. So I pulls up. I see cops out there. I see the emblem. It was a lot of cops out there. I see the cops out there. I see the emblems out there. So I'm like, I can't let the kids see this. So I goes a couple doors down. I take the kids over to the neighbors. The neighbors, agreed to watch a while, go see what's going on. They want to know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. We all want to know what's going on. So I took the kids in the house. I ran over there. And I'm like, what's going on, boss? What's going on? What's going on? What did you do? What did you do? What did you do? I'm screaming and the cops telling me to get back. Because mind you, at this time, my boss in handcuffs, he got blood everywhere, y'all. I don't know if it was his blood, if it was the guy blood. Like, it was just so much blood. Like, it was just so much blood. And I'm thinking like, oh my God, like, what did he do? Because I seen him take his thing before he went in the house. And I'm like, oh my God, like, what did he do? Like, I'm like, I'm saying, are you okay? Are you okay? And my boss just standing there, like, you know how you look at somebody and they don't got like no type of soul left in them, or their eyes, you just can't read them. They just standing there like a crazy person, like a soulless person. I don't know if that makes sense, but he wouldn't talk to me. He wouldn't look at me. He was just in the cuffs, just like this. Like, it was like no type of emotion on his face. The wife out there screaming. She's screaming at him. She's trying to get back in the house. They're not letting her in the house. So at this point, I'm thinking that the person that was in the house, I'm thinking they still in there. So they won't let me in the house. The wife trying to argue with me. I'm telling her, your kids is over there at the neighbor house. Just go get your kids. Go get your kids. She telling me I should have minded my business. All this is because of me. I said, no, all this because of you, Don't say me. This because of you. Your husband told me to go over there and drop some stuff off, and you in the room, doing what you're doing. This ain't because of me. This because of you. You should have never turned the damn cameras off, and we wouldn't have been in this position. She said, well, you should have mind your business. I'm like, well, you should have kept your legs closed. That's what you should have did. You should have kept your legs closed. You're in the house laid up with another man. You got your kids locked up in a room like animals. Like, you should have kept your legs closed. This ain't because of me. This because of you. You the one to turn the cameras off and turn your phone off. If you ain't do that, I wouldn't have went there. So me and her arguing back and forth. Y'all, she all in my face. And mind you, I'm pregnant. I'm big. Like, she all in my face. So I'm trying to de-escalate the situation. Like, I'm just trying to walk away from her. She just grabbed me on me, talking about, don't walk away from me. Don't walk away from me. Calling me all types of these. And I'm like, yo, like, it's only so much that a person can take before they go off. Now, mind you, if I wasn't pregnant, I would have been bopped her. But I'm trying to get away from her to de-escalate the situation. And she yelling at me. I'm yelling at her. I'm trying to go in the house to see if the guy's still in there, but they wouldn't let me go in there. So I goes around back, the screen door, well, not a screen door, one of them little sliding doors. The sliding door open. So I goes in there and I see them I see that it's now that I goes in there and I see that it's Eric. It's definitely Eric. It's definitely Eric. I see them putting some white stuff around Eric's head. It's so much blood, y'all. It's so much blood. Like, I don't know where the blood coming from, but I know he got a gush on his head. So I don't know if at this point I'm thinking, like, did he shoot him? What did he do? At this point, I don't know what happened. Like, they're telling me, get out the house. This is a scene. Just get out the house. So I goes out the house. I goes back outside. I'm like, what did you do? What happened? I'm yelling at him. At that point, the police, I guess they put in, sheets or something in the back of their, some type of, I don't know if it was a sheet, but, cause it wasn't like a sheet material, but they put some type of stuff in the back of their car, I guess, so the blood won't get in there. They put my boss in there. The wife still trying to argue me at this point. Like, I'm just getting so frustrated. Y'all. So I'm trying to walk away from her. I'm trying to see if they going to bring Eric out. I'm trying to see, is Eric okay? Cause at the end of the day, like, Eric, he laid up in there with a married woman. So I just want to make sure he's okay. I just want everybody to be okay. I don't want nothing to fall on me. I don't want to regret anything. Like, that was not my intention to go over there and see that. I'm thinking I'm just going over there and drop off the stuff that I was supposed to. And now all of this is happening. Like, it's just too much going on. It's too much going on. So me and her standing out there, she's still arguing with me. She's still grabbing on me. I'm trying to get away from her, y'all. And why did she push me? She pushed me. Child, she pushed me into the wall. At that point, I ain't thinking about my baby. I ain't thinking about nothing. I think I just blacked out. And me and her fighting. I don't know why she thought she could beat me. Because I was pregnant. She thought I wasn't going to do nothing. I don't know why she thought she was going to beat me up. But me and her started fighting. I'm yelling, telling the cops to get her away from me. Well, she already on the ground, already beat her up. But I'm telling the cops to get her away. I'm telling the cops I'm pregnant. He can't really see because I got on this. You can't tell when I got on this. You can't see my belly. So I'm telling the cops, I'm telling him I'm pregnant. Get this lady away from me. I'm pregnant. Get this lady away from me. So they finally, they try to detain, retain, whatever it's called. They try to retain her. She trying to fight the cop. She biting the cop. She's screaming, hollering, kicking. I don't know if the cop was weak or whatever, but the cop tasered her, got her on the ground. They put her in handcuffs. They put her in the back of the car. I'm thinking they just, stuck her in the car just till she calmed down. But obviously they took her wherever they took her. She locked up. I ain't heard from her. I ain't heard from him. And at that point, they bring Eric out, and I'm just like, what happened? I don't know if Eric was alive. Well, he ain't dead, but at that point, I didn't know if he was alive. Was he dead? It was just so much blood. So they putting him in the back of the emblem. The police trying to question me, asking me, do I know what's going on? I said, no, I'm just here to drop the kids off. So at that point, I got up out of there. You wasn't about to question me. You ain't put me in the middle of nothing. I got up out of there. I forgot about the kids. I forgot that I dropped the kids off over there. But I didn't know that they was going to lock the mom up. I thought they were just putting her in the back of the cop car just to calm her.
This does give me better insight of what the hell happened that day, because she did kind of skip over everything and just jump right into the man calling her, to asking her to pick up the kids. You know what I mean? So this does help a little bit,
He calmed down, but obviously they took her. So at that point, I left. I got in his car. I had to go back to the workplace and switch cars to get back in my car. It was just so crazy. And I'm just thinking, like, I got home. Well, I got my kids. I got home. And then I'm just like, I can't believe this just happened. Like, how did this just happen to me? All I was supposed to do was just go over there, drop some stuff off, and check on the kids. And all of this happened? Like, all of this happened. Like, this was just so crazy. Like, I just couldn't believe it. But the neighbor, that was a couple days ago. The neighbor called me last night and told me that the wife was there. So now I know for sure that the wife is out. The wife was there, but he called me late last night. It probably was a little bit before 12 o'clock. I wasn't about to take those kids out and, take them in the middle of the dark. And, I don't drive at night and I can't see, but the mom is definitely home. She's not there now. I just got off the phone with the neighbor not too long ago. So I told the neighbor, when the mom comes back, make sure you tell her that y'all got the kids, or if I got the kids at the time, I got the kids. Let her know I got the kids. And and to wait for her kids. Like, girl, come get your kids. You're not concerned about your kids. Where your kids at? She ain't there now, but as soon as she pulls up, I'm going over there. Trust and believe that.
And this is why I say no good deed goes unpunished. This woman was simply going over there to do her to do her boss a favor, which was get some supplies, material, whatever the hell they call it, with his lying butt. Sent her over there to really be a spy. She did this one favor for him, and now her whole life is crumbling right along with his. Child, please.
Hey, y'all, so I just got off the phone with my boss, which is, the guy that got locked up, the whole altercation about the one that paid me to go to his house and check on his wife. So he said he don't know if he getting out or not, because his wife went down to the police station and lied and filed fake charges. A false report said that he beat her up. So I'm asking him, I'm like, well, did you hit her? He said he didn't hit her, but he did push her and she did fall into the couch. He said while him and Eric was fighting, she was trying to break up the fight. She was trying to help Eric, which is not her husband. She was trying to help Eric, and he just pushed her, and she fell back on the couch. So he talking to some lawyers. He don't know if he's going to get out or not. He did talk to his parents, and his parents are going to come down, what did he say? Tuesday or Wednesday, and come get the kids. They're going to take the kids. He's telling me don't give the kids to the wife. I'm like, at this point, I don't even know if the wife know that I got the kids or not, but I'm telling him, like, those are not my kids. Like, I can't hold those kids from her. If she want her kids, I have to give her her kids. And
First of all, lady, why you not somewhere scrambling around going crazy trying to find your kids? Because let my kids be out of my sight for over 24 hours. I don't care what went down. My kids are my priority, okay? You cannot leave your kids just with anybody, strangers, this, that, and the other. This is how bad things happen to little children, little girls, and little boys. This is how they get touched, and things that they will take with them for the rest of their life happen like this because mothers like her won't go pick up their kids when they supposed to. Go get your damn kids, woman. Why she still got your kids? Why the neighbor still got your kids? You out of jail, mom. So what you doing, sis?
And he was, just basically saying, please just don't give her the kids. He don't trust her around the kids. He didn't know that she had the kids locked in the room while she was doing what she was doing. So he was saying he don't trust his wife. He don't understand how his wife can do that. How can she just go down there and make a false police report on him? I don't know. I guess she crazy, but I don't know. So what he was telling me is that when he first went in the house, he turned on all the cameras. And mind you, he got cameras everywhere. So he can see every room, every kitchen, hallway, bathroom. He got cameras everywhere. So he can see everything. So he's telling me that he got the video footage, because he don't know if the wife want to take the stuff off, turn the cameras off or take the tape out. But he's telling me everything is on his phone. He put his phone in his house. He hid his phone in his house. And I'm not going to say where he hid his phone at, because I don't know if his wife watching or not. And she might try to go there and get it. But I got to go there tomorrow. And I'm probably going to take like 2 people with me, because I don't know if she's there or not. So
this is a mess. And woman, you getting deeper and deeper in it. Like, girl, how well is he paying you? Because I will be wanting out of this situation. Don't call me no more. You, your wife, the neighbor, the kids. Get this woman back her kids, and I want nothing to do with all of y'all.
So he wanted me to go there and get his phone, take it down to the police station, show the police the video of what happened from the time he came in and the time he left, to show proof that he didn't hit his wife, and his wife made a false report or false accusation on him. So I gotta go do that tomorrow. What else I gotta do? I'm about to go get the kids, and maybe about an hour till they gonna meet me halfway, so I don't have to drive all the way out there. So I'm asking him, like, what happened? Like, what's going on? He's saying he don't want to get too much into it, because I guess they recording on the phone. But basically, he said he didn't do nothing to Eric like that. He said what he did was he did beat Eric real bad. He said he did beat Eric real bad. He split his head open. So I guess that's where all that blood was coming from. He had to bust his nose. His mouth had to be busted, because it was just so much blood. It just couldn't come from there, because it was just leaking everywhere. So he said he was beating Eric real bad, and his wife was the one that called the cops. That's how the cops came, because his wife was the one that called the cops. He did push his wife, but he didn't push her to where she got hurt. But he just so devastated, y'all. He just don't understand, like, how his wife can do that to him. Like, why would she do that? Like, why would you cheat? Why would you have the kids locked in the room? Like, why would you do that?
F all that. When I'm fighting this fool, Eric, you on his side? You fighting me, your husband? You fighting your husband with your mister? What do they call man mistresses? You fighting me with your mister? Really? I probably would have shoved her ass into New Mexico.
He just sounded so sad on the phone. He was crying, and I'm like, don't worry about the kids. Me and the neighbors got your kids. The neighbors are helping me with your kids, and he was saying, don't give the kids back to the wife. And I'm like, if the wife, she want her kids, I got to give her kids. I can't hold your kids hostage. Like, I'll do the best I can. I'll keep them for as long as I can, or till your parents come down. But other than that, it's nothing I can do about it. Now, tomorrow he want me to go let everybody at work know what's going on, and well, he don't want me to tell him what happened, but just let him know that he's going to be out for a while, and to give him the schedule. Tell him what's the guy name, Rico or something like that. Tell Rico to take control. Don't worry about, he said I don't have to work, just take care of the kids, and he'll look out for me when he get out. But I don't know, y'all, this shit is crazy. Like, this is wild. I feel like this could be like a Tubi movie or something. Like, this shit is crazy. Like, why this gotta happen to me? Like, why? I just got finished dealing with crazy neighbors. I'm thinking I'm good, like everything cool. And then this? Why me? Why put me in a situation? Look at this big old belly. Like, I can't be, there's a whole baby in here. Like, I can't be doing much. I gotta sit down, chill, and relax. Like, I'm doing too much. But that's an update. The neighbor said they seen the mom late last night, but she ain't there this morning. So I don't know. She ain't worried about her kids or concerned about your kids. Like, how you not looking for your kids? How? You got my number. You got the neighbor's number. You knew the kids was at the neighbor house because I told you that day that the kids go to the neighbor house and get.
She enjoying her break. She tired of them wild ass kids, as you call them, homegirl. Okay, like you say, they wild. My man's enjoying her peace of mind without dealing with her husband. All them little rugrats. Mama, you a mess. You a whole mess out here in these streets. You done cheated on your husband, got all this crap falling down on your family, and you refuse to go get your little rugrats.
Your kids, you worried about all this. You worried about Eric. Go get your kids. So we don't know where the wife at, and I don't know. Like, how you not worried about your kids? Like, I can't go a day without my kids. I'm sorry. Like, I can't go a day without my kids. My kids ain't going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. I don't know. So that's just a quick update. I keep calling the mom phone, but I left a few messages, but all her stuff just going straight to voicemail. So I don't know where she at. I don't know what's going on with Eric. I'm just glad he didn't get. But that's a little quick update, y'all. If I hear anything else from the mom or the dad or anything else change, I'll keep you updated. The kids, I think they're getting a little bit better with me. Like, I don't know. I guess they're getting a little used to me, so they're getting a little bit better. They still little rugrats, but they kids. That's what kids do. So I guess I gotta get used to it. I'm about to have a baby, so I need to prepare, I guess, running around and being up all night. But that's a little update. If anything else happen, I'll keep y'all posted. I do want to record his. No, I can't record his house. That's too much personal information. I'm already putting his business out there, but nobody know who he is. I didn't say where he worked at. I didn't show the front of his house. I didn't, show his wife. Like, so I don't think the wife, she can like sue me or or anything. I didn't show a picture of her. I didn't show her house. I didn't show anything. I mean, I got it on. I got it on my phone, but I didn't put her business out there. And for the sake of my boss, like, I didn't put his business out there, because he got a business, and that's gonna look bad on him. But
it's her still having them kids for me, and she got her own kids. Okay, whether they getting better with her or not, that woman need to come get her kids.
Hey y'all, I just wanted to come on here and address some of the negative comments that I seen. Like, y'all ain't got nothing else better to do than leave negative comments. But anyway, first comment I want to address, I've seen this several times. No, I'm not sleeping with my boss, okay? That's a married man. That's nasty. He's not even my type. I don't even look at him like that, okay? I'm not saying nothing wrong with him, but that's just not my type, okay? So if you sleeping with a married man, that's all on you. I'm not that type of person. I don't do stuff like that, okay? So that okay? Second, my boss is not like a normal boss, okay? He's very generous. He's very nice. He's very helpful, and we all like a family there. Like, we all love each other. Like, we all cool. Like, we like a family, okay? So when my truck broke down and it wasn't working, who called the tow truck? My boss. Who paid for it to get fixed? My boss. Who paid for me to stay home for a week when I had COVID, or a little over a week? My boss. Who helped me when I needed groceries? My boss.
Hell, I ain't gonna lie. With all she doing, I think they're probably sleeping together too. But it makes sense. He's just a really good guy. He's been there for her in a lot of her times of need. And she just want to look out for him like he's been looking out for her. So, I get it.
Like, he's not like a normal boss. Like he like family. Like, he's very, very, very generous and nice. He helped everybody, anybody that worked for him. He's going to help you. When my kids was out of school for Christmas break, I stayed home. I didn't have to work. He paid me. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to pay me for not working or being home. That man take care of his employees. You ain't gonna find another boss like him that actually cares. When my truck was down, he let me drive his truck. When my truck was in the shop, he paid for it. He let me drive his truck. I'm not the only person that he did that to. Everybody drives his truck. We don't have to. He don't have to allow us to drive his truck, but he do. He do favors for me. He do favors for everybody else that work there. We all look out for each other. So when he asked me to go to his house to check on his wife and kid, I've been to his house before. I dropped I really don't want to put her business out there, but it was just time that the wife didn't pick the kids up from daycare, and I had to go do that. I had to go stop my work from working with him, and I had to go pick the kids up. I dropped the kids all to his house several times. I watched the kids at work several times when my kids wasn't in school, but I wanted to work. My kids, he let me.
Girl, okay, get on with it. You ain't got to explain yourself to me or these other people, okay? If you ain't sleeping with them, you ain't sleeping with them. Period. One thing about me, I ain't finna explain nothing to nobody, okay? Not even my family members. I don't owe nobody an explanation. If I said it because it was my experience, and you cannot tell me what my experience was. Period, okay? Don't be explaining nothing to these fools out here. Your truth is your truth. Whether they choose to believe it or not, that's their problem, not yours. You lived it, not them. So you ain't got to explain, describe, or try to make anybody understand what it is you trying to say. F these folks. You ain't got to explain nothing to me, the SGZs, or nobody else in the world. I believe you, boo. Carry on.
Let me give y'all a quick update on the bullshit that happened this morning. So, the guy called me and said, the mom is home, so bring the kids over. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'm on my way. So, I got the kids ready. I got all their stuff ready. My cousin was already at my house, so she put the kids in her car, and she following me just in case, the lady on some other type of stuff that I ain't on. So we driving there. I'm on the phone with my cousin. I'm telling her, like, yeah, just keep the kids in the car, until she come out and get the kids. I'm like, let me just go see if she okay first. So we gets there. I knock on the door. I'm knocking on the door. Her car out there, so I know she's there. I'm like, all right, well, maybe she sleeps. So I called her phone. She answered the phone. I said, hey, I'm outside. Can you open the door? And she said, ugh, and hung up. So it took her like 2 minutes to come to the door. Girl, it don't take you 2 minutes to come to the door. You could have came to the door in 10 seconds. It don't take you that long to come to the door. So she comes to the door, open the door, and walks back to the house and say, what are you doing here? So I followed her in the house. I said, what am I doing here? I got your kids in the car. I'm here to drop the kids off. And then she was like, ugh. I said, all right, the kids are asleep, so can you just help me bring the kids in? She gonna say, I'll just grab the baby. I said, all right, well, you grab the baby, and then I'll grab the other two kids. She said, no, I'm just taking the baby. I said, no, you're not. You got 3 kids. How you figure you're just gonna take one child? You got 2 other kids, sweetie. You're gonna take all 3 of these kids. Like, I'm not their babysitter. I'm not no daycare. I'm only doing this out of kindness of my heart for my boss. Trust me, I ain't doing it for you. She gonna say, like I said, I'm only taking 1 kid. You can take the other 2 kids back with you. I said, what you mean taking the other 2 kids back with me? Them are your kids. Those not my kids. I'm not taking those kids back to my house. I need a break.
What the hell? Some of y'all don't deserve kids.
I need a break. I need to go to sleep. I need to relax. She gonna say, all right, well, she started getting dressed. She gonna say, all right, well, I'll just grab the baby. I said, no, you're not. If you're not going to take all 3 of them, you're not taking the baby. Why are you just taking the baby? Why are you just taking the baby? She was like, I don't got time for this. If you want to be loud and ghetto, you can get out of my house. I said, I'm not being loud and ghetto. I'm frustrated because you talking about you only taking 1 child. You got 3 kids. Take all 3 of your kids. She gonna say, well, I gotta go to the hospital to make sure Eric okay. Honey, you worried about Eric? Worry about your kids. Worry about your kids. Because if it wasn't for your husband, I would have called CYS or the cops. I really would have. Like, I'm this close. I'm only doing it out of kind of my heart for my boss because I know he loved those kids. He adored those kids. She said, well, I gotta go see Eric. See Eric for what? See Eric for what? Did you call your husband? Did you check on your husband? Did you see is he getting out? He's supposed to call me later. I gave the attorney the stuff that I needed to give to him. What you mean you gotta go check on Eric? Check on your kids. Like, you've been trifling right now. Like, you've been real trifling. Check on your kids. They ain't in the back of my cousin's car. They sleep. Come get your kids. She gonna say, I don't got time for this. Get out my house. I said, get out your house. I said, bitch, I'll leave them kids right on the porch. Don't play with me. I'll leave them kids right on the doorstep. She gonna say, well, they gonna be sitting there until I get back. I got something to do. Y'all, like, if I wasn't pregnant, if I wasn't pregnant, I probably would have knocked her out. I really would. I probably would have knocked her out with this left. So I'm like, that's a damn shame. You worried about another man while you married. You're not even worried about your kids. Or are they sick? Do I need their medical cards? Do I need to take them to the doctors? Like, what do I need to do? Your baby keep crying. He keep crying. He won't stop crying. Like, what's wrong with your baby? She gonna say, that's what babies do. I said, no, that's not what all babies. They don't cry that much. She gonna say, well, take them to the hospital. Their cards in their medical cards in the kitchen drawer. I said, I'm not taking no fucking kids to the hospital. I'm not my kids. So I said, you really not going to take these kids? You really not going to take these kids? She talking about, no, I got something important to do. I said, you just so fucking trifling. You just trifling. Like, you just so fucking trifling. Karma's going to get you. You don't deserve these kids. Karma's going to get you. Karma's going to get you. So I walked out of the house. I started crying, y'all. I did. I really did. I felt so bad for them kids. Like, I just started crying. Like, I just can't help it. Like, I just broke down, and I just cried the whole ride home. I texted my cousin, and I said, just follow me home. I'll tell you what happened when we get there. I just sat in the car. I cried the whole way there. I just felt bad for those kids. Them kids been asking for their mom, and I'm telling them, mommy's going to come today. Mommy's going to come today. I just keep telling them, they just keep asking for their mom, and she don't even want those fucking kids. Like, how could you not want your kids? Like that shit was so sad. I just cried all the way home. Like, I just felt so bad for them kids. I got the kids with me. Well, I'm at the store now. I'm about to go in Ross. And, my son need a jacket, but they back at the house with my cousin. I just needed to release some stress. I just needed to get away. I need some fresh air. The kids are okay. Their dad's supposed to call me today. I talked to the attorney, the lawyer, whatever he was. I gave him the phone, the information. I told him what happened when I was there. So I don't know how things going to go, but I'll keep y'all I'll keep y'all updated. But that's what happened this morning. Love y'all kids. Love y'all kids.
Is this a joke? You still got that woman's kids? Why are y'all having kids if you really don't want them? Why? Make it make sense. If you don't want these little rugrats, why do you keep having them? You got 3 of them. Now, it's fine, okay? If a woman wants to walk out and go live her life, that's okay, because men do it all the time. But can you at least wait for the man to get home out of jail so the kids actually have somewhere to go? Like, you could be as trifling as you want, but at least wait for your kids to be stable before you start your triflingness. I feel sorry for these kids because their mother will never care for them the way that they need her to. And this is just the freaking beginning, because as they get older and better, she gonna care less and less about their butts.
Okay, so I'm at Burlington, and the little girl asked for bubbles. She asked me to go to her house and get her bubbles, but I'm not going there, so I see this bubbles and these bubbles. I think I'm going to get her this one because I'm not finna be blowing bubbles. And the little boy want a school bus. She also want a Barbie, so I'm going to get her this Barbie right here. What else Barbies do I see? I found the school bus. It's a remote control school bus. I'm going to get him this. I'm going to get her some pajamas too. Cute little pajamas. I guess this can be for the baby. It's small. He needs some pajamas. I'm going to get this one for the baby too. This is cute. And I'm going to get this for the...
This woman is solid as hell, okay? And whoever ends up with her, you's a lucky man. And you better know it. And she gonna be a damn good mother to this next baby that's coming out of her belly. You solid for this. You solid for this, woman.
I told myself I was going to be done with my boss and his wife in that whole situation. I really did. But this lady stressed me out so bad. I just got out of the hospital. My blood pressure high. My baby not growing properly. I'm under stress. I'm ordered bed rest. I got to get on some medication. And this lady just still keep bothering me. She won't leave me alone. She keep bothering me. I don't have your kids. You came to my house all drunk and crazy and ugly. Yes, ugly. Mascara running all down your face. Your hair look like you got shots. All ugly, crying, told me all your business, all your husband business, all about those kids, how you didn't want to be a mom. All I do is I show that to the police and they'll take those kids from you. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to have nobody kids taken from them. That's up to your husband. Ooh,
I'm trying to put the pieces together. Y'all put it together with me. So apparently the mom came over drunk, sloppy drunk, as she say, and I'm guessing that she gathered her children. And now the children are back with the mom after the mom spilled her guts to this woman in a drunken rage. Tell me, do I got it right, y'all? I'm sure one of y'all could word it a lot better than me, but do we got the pieces together, y'all? I'm so confused.
I'm trying to keep my stress down. I really am, but she just keep calling my phone. She's sending me text messages, y'all. I got videos recording of this lady at my house acting crazy, talking about her kids, talking about her husband. She put all her business out there because she was drunk and dumb, and I'm just sitting there just listening. Yeah, keep telling me your business. I'm just sitting there just listening to everything she's saying. I ain't had nothing else better to do but just listen to her tell all her trifling business, just trifling. But I got my kids. I'm out of the hospital, thank God. I'm gonna go pick my kids up. They're gonna be happy to see me. I'm gonna go home, get my house in order, clean up, and relax for a day. And then I'm gonna come back on here and I'm gonna tell all her business. Why I'm gonna tell her business? Because she put me in the hospital. That's why. And she keep calling my phone. She keep calling my phone when she put me in the hospital. And I told her several times to leave me alone. Leave me alone. I don't have your kids. I'm under stress. Y'all put me under stress. Leave me alone.
What could she be possibly still calling and bothering this woman for if she ain't got her kids no more? Okay, yes, she snitched on you. You got caught cheating, but it is what it is now. Why are you bothering her still? Even I don't want to freaking know. Like, what more of a bone do you have to pick with her? Y'all done fought, all of the above. When does it end? What do you want from her?
Oh, you don't want to leave me alone? You forgot I recorded you? Talk about you gonna sue me if I put you on TikTok. Honey, you can't sue me if I'm just putting your voice on there. If I'm on there telling a story and I didn't say your name and I just put voice recordings up there, you can't sue me for that. I didn't post your house. I didn't post your address. I didn't post your car. I didn't post you. I didn't post your location. I didn't do none of that. But since you don't want to leave me alone, I might take that risk. But out of respect for your husband and my boss, I'm not gonna put him on there. He told me some stuff too about you. Both of y'all talked about each other like a dog. Both of y'all did. And the stuff that happened is just, I can't believe it. The stuff that came out of their mouth, the truth came out. Somebody, I ain't gonna say what happened because I'm gonna tell y'all everything that happened, but I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna get my kids from school. I'm gonna relax for a couple of days. Come back Saturday. I'm telling everything. Come back Saturday. Come back on my TikTok.
Don't trip, but we'll be there. Okay, Saturday, 6 a.m. Sharp. We'll be there.
On Saturday, and if she bothered me before Saturday, I'm gonna post her video, and I don't care. Call the cops, sue me, whatever you want to do. You can't. It's not what they gonna say. Oh, ma'am. Oh, officer, she posted a recording of me. Okay, is that a crime? Because if I'm gonna post I didn't post your picture, I didn't post your face, I didn't say your name, I didn't give your address. Is that a crime to post a recording of somebody? No, I don't think it is. I'm gonna go home and look it up because now you piss me off. But look, I'm gonna go get my medicine. I gotta get my blood pressure in order. I gotta calm down. My baby not growing properly. My baby underweight. I don't know if he growing or not. I gotta go back in a couple weeks to get him. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. I gotta go back in a couple weeks to get this baby measured. I don't know. It's just too much going on, and all the stuff that they told me is just. I just wish I wasn't in the middle of it. But come back Saturday, y'all. I'm gonna be well rested. I'm gonna be calm. I'm not gonna get on here, and I'm not gonna, because when I got on here today, it was gonna be a whole bunch of cuss words, a whole bunch of cussing, a whole bunch of ghetto-ness, and I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. So give me a day or two to relax. Come back Saturday, and I'm spilling all the tea. At this point, I don't care.
I really hate that her boss's situation is affecting her. I hate that for her. This woman has been dealing with somebody else's rugrats, not to mention a baby that won't stop crying, the kids jumping and running all over her house. This woman is tired. The mother of these kids refused to take them back and want to fight her every chance she get. This is too much. Okay? It's too much. And now she's being affected by it. Her health, her baby, her pregnancy is being affected. I don't like this for her. I don't like this for her at all.
Hey y'all, I'm back with a quick update on everything that's been going on. I got a little bit of sleep, but not much. So I got a phone call from the dad. The dad was still in prison, jail, whatever it's called. I don't know. He was still in there, and he was letting me know that his parents was going to come down, and he was going to come get the kids. I said, okay, that's cool, that's fine, no worries. He was asking about the kids, how the kids was doing, and I was just, telling them that the baby cried a lot, and the kids was running around. They being normal kids, but I'm okay. And, we was talking, and I was asking him, I said, well, are you going to bail yourself out, or are you going to get out? And basically what he said was he never seen himself that mad before. Like, that kind of freaked him out. Like, that kind of scared him, because he almost took Eric out. And he felt like the best thing for him to do is stay in there until his parents come, because he felt like if he get out, he's going to be back in there for something for life. Like, he's not going to get out. So he said he just scared right now. He never saw himself like that. He feel like he can't control his anger. Like, he's so hurt. So I'm like, okay, cool. That's fine. Wait till your parents come out. And your parents will bail you out. And I'm like, well, is there anything, that I need to know about your parents? Like, before they come. He was like, just don't mind his mom. His mom a little mouthy. So when he said that, I'm just rolling my eyes. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I know how older people are. And, he was telling me that his dad was old. His dad, he got health issues and he in a wheelchair. I said, okay, cool, that's fine. We were just talking about the whole situation. Everything was going on. He was telling me, how much he appreciate me, taking his kids, looking out for him. And I'm like, that's cool, because, you look out for me, so I'm going to look out for you. And I was telling him, I went to the job. I gave everybody their schedule. I let them know that that you're in the hospital, but you okay. I ain't want to tell him where he was at, but you're in the hospital, you okay, and you'll be back, everything is fine, and to tell Rico to take control. Okay, that was cool. So we had a conversation. I hung up with him. I want to say a day later, I got a call from his mom, and I felt like she was just, she was just being a little nasty on the phone. Like, she don't know me, I don't know her. There's no reason for you to be nasty. So she was letting me know that she was going to come down in 2 days. Was it two or 3 days, to come get the kids? I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine.
Why the mama being nasty? Why the mama disrespectful? Like, and then the son know that the mama so the mama being disrespectful all her life. Look, you Mrs. Cute, look with the cute pink pom-poms and the beads. You pretty girl, okay? Skin is flawless too. You don't have to deal with none of this, okay? All of this is becoming a bit much for me, okay? Him and child, I respect that the boss is a good man, this, that, and the other, but I done dealt with your crazy ass wife, and now I got to deal with your crazy mama too. Child, I'm tired.
Okay, so it's time for the parents to come down and get the kid. So that morning, I got a call from his mom letting her know, what time she'll be down. I'm like, okay, that's cool, that's fine. I'll text you my address. Just if you can't find it because I live a little farther out, then I'm just put it in your GPS. I was asking her, did she know how to use her GPS or Google Map? And she was like, yeah. So I'm like, okay, cool. So, I went about my day. I got a call from the mom. She said she'll be arriving in 5 minutes. I said, okay, that's fine. Just since the dad is in a wheelchair, just walk around back because my back don't got no steps. I'm gonna move my truck and you can just, pull up around back to my back door and you just come in that way. And she was like, okay, that's fine. So she gets here. I hear, first of all, she was banging on my door like she was the police. Honey, I can hear her. I'm not deaf. She was banging at my door like she was the police. So I'm like, who is that? I didn't think it was the mom because why you banging at my door like you're the police? So I'm even thinking it's the kid's crazy mom or the police. So I go to the door. Well, I checked my camera first and I'm like, who the hell is that? And I'm clicking like, oh, that must be his mom. So, because at that point, his dad wasn't out of the car, but just the mom. So, I go open the door. I let her in. I help her get the husband out of the truck because this is like a wheelchair accessible truck. So I help him out. I tell him just come through here. And when she gets in my house, she just looking around like she disgusted. Honey, I'm sorry, I'm not rich like y'all. I don't have a fancy big house. I'm sorry. This is my house. This is what you're gonna get. So she was just looking around like she was disgusted. I don't know, honey. Ain't nothing gonna crawl on you. Ain't nothing gonna crawl on you here. Nothing gonna bite you, honey. If anything, it looks like your husband bites, but I'm gonna mind my business. But come in, just have a seat. I was like, the kids are upstairs. They're woke. The baby sleep. Do you want me to bring them down? She was like, well, before you bring them down, can I ask you a few questions? And I'm thinking in my head, like, what? Excuse me. I'm thinking in my head, like, what she gotta ask me? What you gotta ask me? I already had a little attitude with her because how she was talking to me on the phone, like the stuff she was just saying. Like I felt like she was just, I don't know. She just gave me a little attitude. I had to side eye her when she got here, but I didn't show her that I had an attitude. But she was like, can I ask you, a few questions before you get the kids? I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine. I didn't know what she was going to ask me. She was like, how long have you been working with my son? And I was like, about 2 years or a little over 2 years. And she was like, I'm going to ask you this, but don't take no offense to it. And I'm just like, I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, that's fine. I'm not going to take offense to anything. It's okay. You can ask me whatever you want to ask me. So she was like, do you have any relations with my son? I said, relations? What do you mean relations? She was like, any, sexual relations? I'm like, no, not to be rude or disrespectful. Your son is handsome, but he's not my type. There was never no sexual communication or any type of sexual relationship with me or your son, and there never will be. There's no sexual intention there. He's not my type. There will never be nothing there. So I'm just letting her know, like, okay, no, nothing. There will never be nothing there. And she was like, are you sure? I said, sweetie, I'm 100% sure, okay? I have a man. Your husband is married. He's not my type. And there will never be nothing there. She was like, And I'm thinking to myself, like, I wanted to say, why you asking me these questions? Why you asking me the question? I said, I'm doing this out the kind of my heart. I'm being nice. I took these kids in because the wife ran off. Who knows where the wife at? Did you talk to her? Did you ask her these type of questions? You here asking me type of questions. You need to be looking for the wife. You need to be looking for their mom. I'm not their mom. Whatever their mom and their dad got going on, that's between them. And she was like, okay, you can go get the kids now. Like, she did this to me. She said, okay, you can go get the kids now. I said, put your hand down. Put your hand down. Don't do this to me. I'm not no child and I'm not no dog. Like, right there, I was pissed off. I said, I'm not no child and I'm not no dog. So put your hand down. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. She's like, well, just go get the kids. I said, don't say that to me. Don't talk to me like that. Don't talk to me like that. If you want me to go get the kids, I'll go get the kids. But that's not how you say it. Right now, you're pissing me off. I'm trying to be nice and I'm trying to be cool. I understand you're an elderly woman. But you in my house and you disrespecting me. You asking me questions that you shouldn't even be asking me. You need to be talking to your husband and y'all need to be looking for his wife. You asking me questions that don't even concern these kids, okay? So let me go get these kids, and as you see them, she gonna say, oh, well, just to let you know, I'm not taking the kids with me. I said, what you mean you're not taking the kids with you? She said, her husband, he having some breathing issues. I guess he on some type of machine.
What the hell you come all the way down here for? Okay, I'm confused. Was it to bail the son out? Was it to collect the kids? What are they here for?
So she had to take him to the hospital, to get him checked out. And I'm like, okay, cool, that's fine, but I'll bring the kids down and you can see the kids. So I went upstairs. I stumped up the steps. I was mad, y'all, but she was older. I really wasn't trying to disrespect her, but you're not about to come in my house and disrespect me. So I went up the steps. I got the kids. The baby was asleep. I didn't bring the baby down. I didn't wake the baby up because, first of all, that baby cries too damn much, and I'm not waking that baby up. You want to go upstairs and see the baby? Fine. I'm not bringing them down, and I'm not waking up. So I'm at the top of the steps. The little girl ran down. She was like, Granny, Granny, Granny. The little boy was like, G. They was hugging her and kissing her. She was saying she's so happy to see him. So I'm sitting at the top of the steps. I wasn't trying to go back down there because she already pissed me off. So I'm sitting at the top of the steps. And I heard the grandma say to the kids, she gonna say, did Miss J hit y'all? They said, no, Miss J didn't hit us. She's so nice. Miss J didn't hit us. Look, grandma, she got me bubbles. So I ain't say nothing. I let that slide. Then she gonna say, did you ever see Miss J and your daddy kiss? Girl, I was at the top of that step bawling. And they started laughing. The kids was like, ew, no, that's nasty, grandma. That's nasty. That's nasty. And she was like,
This grandma is disrespectful as hell, okay? Some old people deserve to get jacked up sometimes, okay? I said what the hell I said.
did Miss J ever stay the night at your house? And I'm like, okay. I come down the steps. I said, okay, kids, say bye to grandma. Say bye to grandma. Tell grandma, tell Gigi, whatever. Go to give your grandpa a hug or a kiss or whatever. And tell Papa bye. So I told the kids to go back up to the room. I said, get out my house. Get out of my house. Because I'm sitting here and I'm doing your son a favor and I'm doing his trifling wife a favor. And you here asking these kids, did I hit them? Did I stay the night at their house? Or did I do anything with their dad? I told you the first time it was no type of sexual relationship. And you just go and ask the kids. I just told you it wasn't no type of sexual relationship. You need to be trying to go find her mom. Them kids been here for me for how long? And you in my house questioning me, disrespecting me, you got to go. I'm sorry, but you got to go. Because now I'm mad. So you got to go. You got to get out of my house and you got to go. She going to say, oh, no need to be hostile. I said, don't tell me what to be. Don't tell me what to be because from the time you walked in that door, you look like you was disgusted. Okay? I said, I'm sorry my house not big. I'm sorry I'm not in a mansion, but this is my house. And these kids are here and they safe and I feed them and I take care of them. And I read them stories before they go to bed. And I feed them, okay? I do everything for their kids that their mom should be doing. You know where their mom at? Can you tell me where their mom at? She said, well, I haven't seen her. I said, well, I haven't seen her either. And these kids here and they're safe. And you just sitting there lifting up their shirt looking for bruises. Honey, why? I ain't did nothing to them kids, but let them kids and treat them like them kids was mine. Okay? So if anybody abusing them, do you know that their mom keep them locked in a room? Did you know that? Oh, well, Hunter told me. That's my boss last name. I'm not going to say his first name. She said, oh, well, Hunter told me that the kids was locked in the room. I said, yes. You go upstairs. They're not locked in a room. All the doors are open. They're free to come down. They want something. They know where the juice at. They hungry. They know to come tell me they hungry. They need a bath. I put them in a bath. They want to go outside. They want to go to the park. I take them. So for you to come up in my house and question me and question those kids about some stuff that's unnecessary, it's disrespectful, okay? So I appreciate you. Take you and roll your husband out of here. You and your husband. I said, sir. No, I don't know if our dad can talk. He didn't say anything while he was here. But I think he did, wave to the kids. But I don't think he can have full conversation. But I'm like, you and your husband, you got to go. You need me help rolling your husband out? I help you. But you got to go because now I just feel really disrespected. You got to go. Y'all, she was just, I don't know if it was because of my skin color or she felt like the situation happened because of me, honey. That situation ain't got nothing to do with me. That got to do between his nasty wife and him. So you need to, she need to take that up with her son and she need to go find his wife. So they left and that was the end of that.
This got me wondering if her bosses family, is her boss Caucasian? Is her boss and his wife Caucasian? Is their family Caucasian? What the hell? Girl, I'm thinking this whole time she dealing with black kids and she dealing with little white kids. So I did do a little digging and come to find out the boss is Caucasian, the wife is black, the children are mixed.
And that was the end of that. And she called me like 10 minutes later, but I ain't answered the phone because what we got to talk about? You already came in my house and you already disrespected me. What we got to talk about? Nothing. So that was that part. So later that day, I get a call from my boss. The same day that his mom came to my house and was acting a fool, later that day, I got a call from my boss, excuse me. And I was letting him know, I had to check your mom. She came in my house and she was very disrespectful and I didn't appreciate it. So, I escorted her out of my house, and he was apologizing for her, letting me know, his mom gonna be a bit much. I said, that's okay. You don't have to apologize for her. I checked her very well. She know, next time to come correct, hopefully. And he started laughing. I was letting him know that I didn't see the wife in a couple of days. I haven't heard from the wife and I haven't seen her. And I went to the house. There was no more breast milk in the freezer. And baby was out of breast milk. And I didn't know what kind of milk to give him because I didn't know if he was like allergic to anything. So I had brought him.
So the wife ain't even home. This lady is able to go in and out of their home, apparently. Maybe she has a key or something that the boss gave her. And the wife ain't even been there. So where the hell is the ball? I mean, where the hell is the wife? Is she somewhere running around with Eric and his pistol whipped head? Like, what is going on?
I had bought him the formula when my kids was baby. I had bought him that, but he wasn't, drinking as much as he should. So he was telling me what kind of formula to buy. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we had a little conversation. He let me know, he's going to, take care of me when he get out and he appreciate it or whatever, blah, 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 blah. So after that, maybe about an hour later, I went to the store. I got the milk that he suggested. I came back home. Well, before I got home, I got a call from the mom. And the mom was like, she want to see her kids. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm like, see your kids? You want to come get your kids? And she's like, whatever, I'll be there later. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm laying in bed, y'all. It's probably a little bit before 10 o'clock at night, dark. It gets dark around here maybe about 5:30. It's 10 o'clock, almost 10 o'clock at night. I hear a loud banging at my door. I'm like, what is that? I'm thinking it's the police. Because why everybody banging at my door like they're the police? When you bang at the door like that, I'm thinking you're the police. So I'm thinking that's the police. So I checked my cameras and I couldn't really see because it was dark and the light wasn't, picking her up. So I go to the door. I'm like, who is it? And it was her mom. So I let her in. Y'all, when she came in, her hair was all over the place. It looked like a nappy synthetic wig. She had mascara running all down her eyes like she was crying. If y'all don't know what mascara is, it's that black eyeliner stuff, I guess. I don't know. And it was just running all down her eyes. She looked like she just came back from the dead. She looked like she drowned and came back from the dead. So she came here and she was all out. She was like, where my kids at? Where my kids at? Where my kids? I said, ho, calm down. They upstairs, they sleep. Calm down. You're too loud. You're doing too much. She was like, go get my kids. I said, hold on. Right there. That's not how you talk to me. You come in my house, you're going to come correct. She's like, just go get my kids. I miss my kids. I want to see my kids. I said, you want to take your kids? She said, no, I want to just see my kids. I said, no.
Is she a drunk? Is she an alcoholic? What is she running the streets doing to where you still got this woman's kids? Okay, we know that the father is in jail still, and the mama just don't give a damn. The mama is out running the streets probably on drugs or something. Ain't no telling.
You're going to take your kids. I had these kids long enough. You've been MIA for how long? Yeah. You running up the hospital checking on Eric. You ain't check on these kids. So I can go upstairs. And I said, you know what? Like something clicked in my head. Said, don't get that lady them kids. She drunk or she high. She was on something. Or she was just so loud. She was falling over the place. Her words were stumbling. Like she was on something. So something clicked in my head. Like, all right, don't argue with this lady. Clearly she wants something and don't give her those kids. As bad I wanted to give her those kids, I really did, because that's their mom and that's where they belong. But this lady was drunk. She was high. She was on something. And I didn't feel comfortable giving her those kids, especially at nighttime. So I said, all right, I'm going to go get the kids, but I need for you to calm down. She said, don't tell me to calm down. Don't effing tell me to calm down. Who you think you is? I said, I just need you to calm down, before you wake up my kids, okay? Just calm down. Won't you just have a seat? She was like, I don't want to have a seat. Just go get my kids. I said, I am going to get your kids, but I need you to calm down before I bring your kids down. You don't need to be all loud and aggressive and scaring them or scaring my kids. Just sit down. I said, do you want something to drink? She said, yeah, what you got to drink? You got some liquor? I said, liquor? I said, so that's what you want? You want liquor? Like you drunk? I didn't know if you was drunk, high, or I didn't know what you was on. So that's what it is. Okay, now I smell it. Now that you said it, now that I smell it, I'm like, no, I don't have any type of adult drinks. I'm pregnant. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do any of that. Would you like some juice, some water, soda, anything? She was like, and then she goes in my refrigerator. I said, don't go in my refrigerator. Don't go in my refrigerator. Okay, well, what you want? She's like, well, just pour me some orange juice. I said, I can get you some orange juice, but don't just talk to me like that. So she came in here, she sat down, and I poured her some orange juice, and I tried to talk to her, but she was just being smart. She didn't want to talk to me. She was just so loud and ghetto. She was banging on my table. And I'm like, if you want me to get these kids, I need you to calm down. You need to be calmed down if you want me to get these kids. I just need you to calm down. I don't have a problem. I said, but I am going to let you know, I'm not going to let you take the kids. She was like, you can't keep my kids away from me. I'll call the cops. I said, go ahead, call the cops. Call the cops and watch them see how belligerent and drunk you are. See if they're going to give you them kids. If anybody, you're going to be locked up. If anything, you call the cops. So go ahead and call the cops. So I said, go ahead, call the cops. You want to use my phone? You got a phone? Call the cops. Go ahead. And she was just like, go get my kids. I said, okay, but before I get your kids, I'm letting you know that you're not taking these kids because you're drunk. You're not about to drive drunk with these kids. I bring them down and you can see them. But you're drunk. And I don't feel comfortable or safe. I don't want that on my conscience. If anything happened, these kids get in the car with you and something happened. If you want to, excuse me, if you want to, endure whatever, that's fine. But don't take the kids down with you. So she sat down. She was just talking trash. I went upstairs. I got the kids. I woke them up. The kids came down. They seen their mom. They was half asleep. They seen their mom. They just lit up. They was just so happy to see their mom. Like my heart was just filled with so much joy to see the smile on their face. They was like, mommy, I miss you. Oh, mommy, I miss you. Where have you been, mommy? And the mom was like, get over here and show mommy some love. Get over here and show. I'm like, oh my God. She was just so loud and ghetto. The kids went over there. They hugged her. They was kissing her. They said they missed their dad. They want to go home. But the son was like, no, we can't go home. Miss J, which is me. Miss J come Miss J. Miss J's going to take us to Chuck E. Cheese tomorrow. We have to wait till we go to Chuck E. Cheese tomorrow. We're going to stay for one more day, right, Miss J? I said, yeah, I'm going to take you out to Chuck E. Cheese tomorrow. I promise you, Chuck E. Cheese. I'll take you out to Chuck E. Cheese tomorrow. And the little girl was like, okay, mommy, we'll just come home tomorrow. Miss J going to take us to Chuck E. Cheese, and then we'll come home. So, the mom was there just, y'all should have just seen how she was kissing him. She was just like, she was making these loud sounds. She was like, like she was growling and stuff, and I'm just sitting there like, this is a damn shame. Like this right here is a damn shame. Like I just felt so bad. Although I don't like the mom, I did feel bad for her. I really did. I felt bad for the mom. And okay, so she got done with the kids. She told the kids to go upstairs. She pushed the little girl. I'm like, why would you push her? She's like, I didn't push her. She pushed the little girl. She pushed the little girl. The little girl stumbled a little bit. So the kids went back upstairs. And then the mom was like, this is all your fault. All you had to do was keep your fucking mouth shut. I said, my fault. All you had to do was keep your legs shut. Opening your legs got you in this, not me. Opening your legs. You're a married woman. You open your legs to another man. That's what got you here. She said, well, all you had to do was mind your business. I said, I was minding my business. I was doing Hunter a favor. I came over to check on y'all because you're dizzy behind. So turned the cameras off, locked the kids in the room up there with another man. And I went back. My boss asked me and I told him. I did. I really didn't want to tell him, but I told him. It was the truth. And the truth shall set you free. And I feel like that was going to be on my conscience if I didn't say anything. She going to say, well, you're a little too close to my husband. I said, too close to your husband. First of all, I go to work, I do my job, and that's it. It's nothing more, and it's nothing less, and there will never be nothing between me and Hunter, okay? I can put that on my kids, okay? I can put that very much on my kids, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to get your drunk ass out of my house, and you come back when you're sober, and you can see your kids. So she's trying to argue with me, blah, 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 whatever. Her words just learn stuff coming out of her mouth that don't even got to do with the situation. So I'm like, okay, well, how's Eric? How's Eric doing? She said, wait, you want to know you're the reason that he's in the hospital. I said, no, ma'am, I'm not the reason he's in the hospital. You're the reason that he's in the hospital. So I'm just sitting there listening to her talk about me, talk about my house. She thought about, you trying to get a come up. I said, a come up off of what? She said, you trying to get a come up off of my husband. I said, I ain't trying to get nothing off of your husband. I go to work, I do my job, and I get paid just like everybody else. Okay? I ain't at home spreading my legs to men like you, honey. If anything, trying to get a come up, you're trying to get a come up, not me. So me and her arguing, going back and forth. I'm like, you know what? I'm done arguing with you. Just calm down. I'm not even gonna let you drive. Where your keys at? She was like, you ain't get my keys there in the car. I said, well, I as much as I don't like you, I don't want you to, out driving like this. Like you can hurt yourself, and the kids need their mom. So me and her.
Through all this, she is still being a good person. Oh, may the Lord be with you, because, child, I still got a lot of growing to do. With the way she handling this, she's a pro. She's a darn pro. And she's very kind. She reminds me of a cousin that I have. I have a really really sweet cousin who would dig in your ass if she had to, but she has a really good spirit. This woman reminds me of my cousin. She's so kind-hearted. No matter how much she dislike you, she gonna still look out and protect you. Like, there's not many people in the world left like her and my cousin. When me and my cousin be talking, we be so opposite. I'd be like, you did what? You said what? How you say that? How you handle it like that? Because you need to teach me. I don't know how people be so chill and just cool.
No, we started having a conversation. So at this point, the mom's still at my house, same night, still in my house, still drunk, still loud, still ghetto. I took the kids upstairs in the room. I shut the door. I told them their mom was leaving and to lay back down and they'll see their mom tomorrow. So came back downstairs. She's still running her mouth. She just standing up, pacing, walking back and forth like she crazy. At this point, I got my guard up because I don't know what she's gonna do. But honey, you in my house, you better think twice. So she pacing back and forth, and I'm just telling her, I said, it's pretty late, and obviously you're drunk. Where's your keys? I asked her, do you want to stay here tonight? And, I'll change my son's sheets, and my son can sleep with me, and you can sleep in his room. And she was telling me that she's not staying here. I said, okay, that's fine, but do you want to sit here for a little bit? Because you really shouldn't, be driving like that. Although I don't like her, I don't want to see nothing happen to her. I don't want to see her hurt, and I don't want to see nothing happen to her. So I'm like, well, you can just, sit here for a while. So she just sitting there. I don't know what she was talking about. She was on her phone. She was texting somebody. And she was like, well, do you know when my husband's getting out? I said, he should be getting out maybe tomorrow or pretty soon.
This is all information you should know, wifey. I bet you know what's going on with Eric. Why the hell you don't know what's going on with your husband? Darn shame.
Because his parents are down here. And she was like, I just don't want Eric to be at the house when he gets there. I said, Eric out of the hospital? She said, yeah, he's at the house. I said, at your house? I said, why would you have him at your house after that whole situation? She was like, that's just, as she got just as much rights to the house as her husband do. I'm like, but do you think that's a good idea to have Eric at your house after everything that went down? And she was like, well, that's really none of your business. That's really not none of your business. I'm like, yeah, you're right, but why would you have Eric, excuse me, y'all. Why would you have Eric at your house? Like, that is crazy. Like, I said, so what are you going to do when your husband come home? Or is Eric going to be there, or are you going to get Eric to leave before your husband come home? She was like, I don't know, dude. That's why I asked you when my husband was coming home. I said, well, I don't know either, but I think you would want to get Eric out of the house. I don't think you would want to have Eric there.
Why would Eric, I'm talking to you, Eric. Why would your idiotic self go back to this man's house? He done pistol whipped you, busted your head wide open, and you go back to his house? Eric and the wife, y'all have lost y'all minds. That is some bold stuff. Everybody crazy. Eric must be a drunk too, okay? Because only drunk people would do something this stupid. How would you go back to this man? He almost unalived you, and you back in his house? How crazy you got to be?
When Hunter come home, it's going to be another altercation. So we just talking. I'm just, at this point, I want to be nosy. I ain't even going to lie. At this point, I wanted to be nosy. So I started asking her questions. I was like, well, are you in a relationship with Eric, or y'all just messing around? And she was telling me, she knew Eric since high school. Like, they grew up together. Like, they was high school sweethearts. And she the one that introduced Eric to her husband. Well, she introduced Eric to, her husband as a friend. So that what she told me. She told Eric that this was her, her high school friend. So that's how she got, him and Eric started talking. And that's how Eric started working for Hunter. So I'm like, so are you going to stay with your husband, or are you going to stay with Eric? She said, at this point, I don't know. I said, you don't know. You're married. You're married, and you got a man at your house while your husband is locked up. What you mean you don't know? You better figure something out before Hunter come home. So I'm just, asking her questions after questions after questions.
Does Eric not have a home? Why y'all don't go to Eric's house and be stupid? Like, why y'all doing all this in Hunter's house? Why do y'all not go to... Does Eric have a home or not?
She answered some of the questions, but she didn't answer all the questions. So I'm like, I said, do you love Eric? She said, yeah. I said, well, do you love your husband? She said, yeah. I said, well, you love both of them, but you're married, so you got to choose one. Who do you think you're going to choose? She said she don't know. I said, well, what's the problem with your husband? Like, why would you cheat on your husband, honey? A lot of women would love to stay at home and be a stay-at-home rich wife. Honey, a lot of people will want that position. She's like, well, you don't know everything that's going on. You don't know how he treats me. You don't know how he makes me feel. I said, you're right. I don't know. That's where counseling is for. She was like, I tried to get him to go to counseling. He doesn't want to come. He doesn't want to go to counseling. I'm like, well, what is your relationship like? Like, is everything okay? Like, did you cheat because you thought he was cheating or he was doing something? She was like, all he do is work. All he do is work all day, come home, play with the kids, eat his food, and give me a kiss on the forehead like I'm a pet. I said, so y'all don't talk? She said, I talk, he just listen. She said she just feel neglected in her marriage. She said she tired of feeling neglected in her marriage. So, that's when she started messing with Eric. So I'm like, let me ask you something. Was you messing with Eric before y'all had kids? She said she'd been sleeping with Eric since high school. I said, okay. I really wanted to ask if those his kids, but I feel like that wasn't the right time. So I'm like, well, what are you going to do? She was like, I don't know, but right now, the way she feel about her husband, what her husband did to Eric was uncalled for. And I'm like, you're right, that was uncalled for, but the whole situation was uncalled for. Y'all got me in the middle of it. You got me taking care of your kids. I don't know where you at. Your husband locked up. His mom came here acting crazy. Like, I don't know what y'all want me to do. Like, I don't have a problem watching these kids, but at the end of the day, these are not my kids. Like, you got to get yourself together. Like, you got to come get your kids. Your kids want you. I said, I'm going to take them to Chuck E. Cheese tomorrow. If you want to come to Chuck E. Cheese with us, that's where they want to go. That's fine. So me and her sitting here just, having a conversation. And she just started crying. She just started crying out of the blue. A drunk cry. Yeah, it was one of those. It was a drunk cry. So I'm just letting her cry for a minute. I didn't say nothing because, just let her get her cry out. So I'm like, well, why are you crying? Is everything okay? She was like, my life is a mess. All because of you. All because of you. You ruined my life. You're a stupid bitch. You was a stupid bitch. You ruined my life. I said, first of all, I didn't ruin your life. Your husband, Hunter, asked me to go check on you because you had the cameras off and he wanted to make sure y'all was okay. So I went over there and I checked on y'all and I seen something that I felt like I didn't need to see. And y'all put me in the middle of it. What got you in trouble and ruined your life is you opening your legs. That's what got you in trouble, not me. Yeah, I did go back and tell my boss because he asked and I told him. And that's what it was. So she wanted to be loud and ghetto and ratchet, the stuff she was calling me. But honey, obviously I'm the calm one. So at this point, my feelings went out the door. I didn't care. So I just blatantly asked her. I said, is Eric the father of the baby? And she just stood there and looked at me like, she just gave me like the look of death. Like she just stood there and she just looked at me. I said, did you hear what I said? I said, is Eric the father of the baby? She gonna say, well, that's none of your business. I said, okay, you're right. That's not none of my business. But you just had a baby. You postpartum. Your husband's already said to me that the baby don't look like him and the baby don't look like your other kids. She was like, oh, he said that? Oh, he said that? He's going around saying it's not his baby? Well, guess what? I don't know if any of the kids' heads. Child, when she told me that, my mouth dropped. When I tell y'all my mouth dropped, my eyes went like this. I felt like I was on drugs with her. I'm like, whoa. Hold on. What do you mean? She was like, oh, since he want to say that, he probably need to get a DNA test on all the kids. I'm like, I didn't hear that. Please don't tell me that. I did not hear that. I don't want to hear that. Whatever y'all got going on, but I take that back. I don't want to hear. Nope. I rebuke that. Nope. I don't want to hear that. And she was like, yeah, that's right, man. Eric, man, since high school, we high school lovers and the feelings are still there. Like I guess they've been messing around since high school. Like they never stopped messing around. And I'm just like, I said, them poor kids. I said, so you going to get a DNA test? What you going to do? You going to get a DNA test? She was like, at this point, I'm going to have to get a DNA test for all of the kids. I'm like, you want me to tell you? You want me to tell your husband? She was like, no, just mind your business. You already got us in enough trouble. Just mind your business. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to mind my business. So she just going on and on, talk about how she haven't been happy in a long time, how her husband ignored her. They try to go to counseling. Nothing is working. And she just jumped into Eric's arm. Eric was paying her attention. So she jumped into Eric's arm. She was in a relationship. She was married and she was in a relationship with Eric. And Eric been over the house several times. And every time Eric come over, she turns the cameras off. And her husband, that he did mention that she always got the cameras off, but she told him that I guess it's the internet or connection or something, whatever's connected to the cameras. But she said every time Eric come over, she turns the camera off. So I just can't believe, when you drunk, the truth come out. I'm thinking, I ain't even gonna lie. I'm sorry, boss, but I thought the baby wasn't yours. I didn't think about the other two kids. I'm just thinking, I don't know if she said that because she was mad, but I'm just thinking in my head, like, all right, that baby don't look like him or the other two kids. The other two kids look like, you can see the similarities. But the baby, But she said all three kids, not just the baby, all three kids, they got to get a DNA test on. Ain't that some shit? This is crazy. I'm like, yo, at this point, I'm dumbfounded. Like, I'm just dumbfounded. I don't know what to think. I'm stuttering. So many thoughts going through my head. Like, I'm just thinking, like, you sleeping with Eric, your wife is sleeping with Eric. Are you mad at Eric for sleeping with your wife? Or I don't like y'all. I was just stuttering so bad. Like I didn't know what to ask him. I didn't know what to say. Like I was just stuck when he said he was messing around with Eric. I got stuck. Like I like what I'm doing now. That's how I was. Like
I like you, boo, but you're not a good storyteller. Neither am I. What? Who's sleeping with Eric? The husband sleeping with Eric too?